rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
A wise person once said, if you give a man a wild-caught, perfectly seasoned Bojangler fried fish fillet sandwich with tangy tartar sauce and American cheese, you can feed him for a day. But if you teach a man that he should get 2 of them because it really is that good, you can go ahead and feed yourself too. After all, you probably deserve it. Get a tasty, flaky Bojangler fish fillet sandwich right now at Bojangles. It's Bo time.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors.
A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our...
A wise person once said, if you give a man a wild-caught, perfectly seasoned Bojangler fried fish fillet sandwich with tangy tartar sauce and American cheese, you can feed him for a day. But if you teach a man that he should get 2 of them because it really is that good, you can go ahead and feed yourself too. After all, you probably deserve it. Get a tasty, flaky Bojangler fish fillet sandwich right now at Bojangles. It's Bo time.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
A wise person once said, if you give a man a wild-caught, perfectly seasoned Bojangler fried fish fillet sandwich with tangy tartar sauce and American cheese, you can feed him for a day. But if you teach a man that he should get 2 of them because it really is that good, you can go ahead and feed yourself, too. After all, you probably deserve it. Get a tasty, flaky Bojangler fish fillet sandwich right now at Bojangles. It's Bo time.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
Although, okay.
Hello everybody and welcome in to this week's Game of the Week on the UNCP Sports Network. We are so happy to have all of you with us for what should be a really fun evening of UNCP baseball. I'm John Gross and I'm joined by two of the stars of the UNCP baseball team. As you can see right behind me, we have Alex Simpson and Trevor Clemens. And tonight we will be rewatching and breaking down live UNCP's Game 3 against the Shepherd Rams, the opening weekend series of this 2020 UNCP baseball campaign. Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Feeling good.
Good stuff. All right, so before we get things started, I want to send it over to Alex. He has a little special something to get this night underway.
Well, I just wanted to say that this year's team was, we were really special. I think we all knew that. So let's get this started with a bang. And for one last time in 2020, what do you say that we get the rock rocking?
As he downs the energy drink.
Beautiful. That's a seasoned bet.
Yeah, not my first time doing it.
And Trevor, I think you have a little announcement as well.
Welcome to beautiful Sammy Cox Temple this afternoon for today's matchup between Shepherd. This is UNCP and Shepherd's Game 3, and it was a good one. It is a beautiful day here. It is sunny and 59 degrees, and the boys are ready to get rocking. Let's get going.
The boys are buzzing.
All right, guys. So let's set the scene a little bit here. This was Game 3 of the season. You enter this game after splitting the first two games of the weekend series against Shepherd. You win the opener 5-2. You lose the second game 4-2. I remember I was down there post-game waiting for PO, for Coach O'Neill, for the post-game interview, and I kind of saw him talking to you guys. Do you remember what that was like after the second game?
Game 2. You go ahead, Chris.
Well, Coach O'Neill, he's very modest with us. He's always truthful. And we knew, we had a good fall. We really got after it this fall. Guys really worked hard. We knew what we were capable of. He kept believing in us, which is always, good to have. When your head coach is behind you, that's always going to be great. He kept believing with us, and we kept chugging along, and, we were fortunate to come out with a win this game.
Mm-hmm. And adding on to that, Game 2, Coach O'Neill, he doesn't really.
When a hospital
he gets disappointed because he knows how hard we work in the fall, and so when we don't play to our ability level on the field, that can be disappointing and frustrating as a head coach who puts in so much time and effort into it. So you can see where the frustration comes from, and it's never our expectation to lose here. So
You guys
it's turning into a must-win Game 3 though for us.
Yeah, I was going to say, both of you guys experienced players in the team, how important is it to start the season off with a series victory?
Oh, it's always huge. You get the season going, winning a series. The goal obviously wasn't just to win the series. I think we set that goal every weekend. We want to win the series, but I think everybody knows in the back of their mind, we want to win 3. Nobody ever goes out there and wants to lose a ball game. We had belief in our ball club that, we we were fortunate to get this win and then get this thing going in the right direction.
Yeah, winning that opening series is so huge as far as momentum and just getting a good vibe for the team. You know, going into that second week of practice, you're 2-1 instead of 1-2. You know, just something just as little as seeing one extra win in that win column really can do a lot as far as team chemistry and all that. So.
Tools for diagnosing.
As we wait for our broadcast to get officially started in terms of the game itself, let's take a look back at what this season was. You guys wrapped it up 18-5, 10-2 in conference play, and on an 11-game winning streak. You were playing some phenomenal baseball, Alex. We'll start it off with you. What was really clicking for you guys as the season rolled on?
Oh man, this year's team was just being around these guys. You know, we enjoy going to practice, we enjoy the weights, we enjoy study hall. We just enjoy being around each other. And I think when you have that type of team chemistry and your team is that close, it's only really a matter of time before the ball gets rolling in the right direction. And you know, we worked way too hard in the fall for this not to be that expectation. You know, 11 games, we were just getting started. We still would have liked, obviously, to finish the season, finish the postseason, see what happens. But this team, I think, was destined for something special. And when you're this close and, you know, you put in this much work, it's only a matter of time before it gets wrong. So.
I think, head of Eric Sipp. You're season, man. You're good at this. You know,
this was the game. This was the game I got interviewed too. It was finally, because I always make the joke after every game, and y'all come over and say, "Oh, y'all ready to interview me now?" First time.
Well, I will say, both of you certainly earned it, but Alex, you especially a big season, your senior season, and I'll have plenty of questions about that as we roll through today's broadcast. And you end the season too with a upset win at Wingate. They were ranked 22nd in the country, a 4-1 win on the road. And the next day is when all of the sports dominoes kind of started to fall. The NBA suspended the season, and then from there, that was it. Did you ever, in the back of your mind, even consider that game at Wingate would be the last you played this season?
John, I would just like to say the Braves are never the underdog on the diamond. And I can't stress that enough. You know, we're never the underdog. We always have that mentality. We were going to Wingate knowing we were going to win, and knowing there was nowhere we could either of the loss or anything other than that. But no, obviously none of us thought that would be our last time. And that next day at practice was kind of weird because everything was already canceled before we even went to practice. So I remember looking at Molly making a joke like, "Hey, practice."
I think it just came down to which team was able to hit the ball at the right time, and whether which team was able to be aggressive early. It seemed that against in game one.
All right, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here just to get us started. Trevor, your thoughts on all that, if you have anything to add?
Northern teams come down south to play.
It was the same temperature in Pembroke
as it was in
Sheffield. Try to play our best ball every day. We never have down our club. And we go there and just try and play as hard as we can. So we come out with a W, but Red's never done the ball.
So we got J-Mo on the mound.
J-Mo.
Yes, J-Mo.
Dribbler over to River Ryan at second.
Also, Tower hit shortstop in the background there.
One pitch, one base runner.
Sometimes when you get to the batter's box, if you find your pitch to hit in the first pitch of the game, there's no problem taking a hack at it and worked out well for man on first base.
Yeah, game one,
we saw that a lot yesterday.
First game now, ball came right to it.
Early in at bats.
I mean, right, and that was coming my way. Oh, and it came my way. There we go.
Yesterday, especially after their offensive sharpness on Friday, had just 3 hits on Friday.
Pitch for nothing like the first pitch, 1 hit. I mean, trying to get it.
Fell back 0-1.
Hey, good Six. Hey guys, this is our strength coach. He is strength coach, hitting coach.
Explode, and obviously, early in the season,
you got the second biggest biceps on the team behind me.
Scoring offenses from 2019. Morrison barely got going and taking a big lead off at first.
Looked like the Braves dugout really wanted that call. A good pickoff move by Morrison. Got to keep the base runners on your toes.
Oh, we're right on cue. Right on cue. Oh, wow. Hans is just filling out that uniform. That is a good, I mean,
this one, Jamo,
even
this
time.
one, Jamo picked him off, Trev?
Jamo's got good move.
Misses inside.
I'm pretty sure he picked him off right here.
First two pitches inside for Morrison. One of them, the first pitch is about taken above the screen. Let's see if pitch number 3, if he wants to jam him inside.
I know Coach O'Neill, he's calling changeup right here to get that double play ball. Oh. Man, hey, that catcher back there, that's not bad for a third baseman, huh, Joe?
That's a nice net he's using.
Not bad for it.
That is a very nice net he's using. That's a retired catcher's net.
Traded it in for an outfield net.
That's right. Steph, you're almost as tall as this umpire swatted down.
I think that's why he missed so many calls that day, probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Just a little pull up there. We're still thinking about you.
Just a check, yeah.
Still thinking about you.
Pretty sure we get him at some point. He picked someone off today.
Yeah, I think we do get it.
That was a good pick. Look at Jared, our shortstop, can call him balls and strikes out there. Mom's saying it's a Sunday in his club.
Yeah, got that one there, Blue. Call for you. And I mean, one thing I will say, that's key. You have to make the call for the umpire.
Sometimes, I mean, they're trying. Oh, did we get him? Oh, come on, dude.
Let me see if I can speed it. Or a little delay. That is a good move.
That's a good move. I'll give him that.
Look at me over there. I'm like giving, the right field. Oh, I got to go back up first, but there's no chance I get there before the ball is getting there.
Take a good stance behind the plate.
He's gassing himself up.
Got him. Woo! 44, that's me.
Sunday day is dangerous.
He takes his game days very seriously. I don't know if any of y'all know anything about Jacob Morrison, but he's pretty intense guy. So when it's his day to throw, you stay out of his way and you let him go to work. He's a pretty intense guy. Oh, this guy hit 2 jacks against us this weekend, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Carr is his name. Jared Carr, I think.
Yeah, he had a good swing. I do remember that.
Hey, Trevor, let me ask you a quick question. This was your first weekend, and you both touched on your position changes. Trevor had one preseason. Alex, you had one mid-season. Trevor, you made the switch from catching to right field, and you talked about how in that first game you made a couple of phenomenal catches, so it didn't really take you long at all, seemingly, to adjust, but what was that transition like for you in the offseason?
It was a lot of fun, and we got a great coaching staff. They always have a plan behind everything. So I mean, it was nice. It helped me out. It felt comfortable out there. Some days it was a little shaky, but overall it was a good transition and ended up kind of working out for the best. So.
Yeah, the coaches obviously had a lot of trust in you, and they also had a lot of trust in both Alex and Garrett. And then, of course, Alex hits lights out and has to be put in the lineup day in, day out. And you make the move to third base. So what was that transition like for you?
So a lot of people don't really know, but I didn't really truly catch my first season until my freshman year here. All high school I played third, so it wasn't too foreign to me. I always make the joke that fielding ground balls is like riding a bike. Some games were rough, like Trevor said. Ball go through my fly hole, or when I had the yips at Young Harris for a couple throws. Oh, we did get them. See, I told you.
But the yips at the Young Harris set was simply due to not retaining information.
Yeah, I had a hard time.
Get the midline, stick it. There we go. He's out.
Yeah. But yeah, that transition happened very quick. it was Saturday at Columbus State, and I get off the bus, and Coach Harrison looked at me and goes, "You have a fielder's glove?" I said, "Yeah, I did. I did not have one." So I had to borrow Spencer Faulkner's, a freshman on the team that was traveling with us. So I was borrowing his mitt, and he goes, "All right, cool, you're at third today." I was like, it kind of took me back. I was like, "Oh, all right," and so yeah, he said there's no pressure. He said if you do good, it's because you're an athlete, and if you do bad, it's bad coaching, and I'll wear it. And I was like, all right, cool, as long as I get to hit.
So I'll be honest. I was nervous for pro football these first couple minutes. I mean, 1 o'clock, Sammy Cox, sun right in my face.
Oh yeah, hey, tell all your teammates that you just saw a changeup and swung and missed.
Yeah, that was it's up there, Joe. Oh, hey, nice, really. Oh yeah.
Hey, saw that?
Nice slap on the tail of the umpire, love him up a little bit.
Saw that, Trev, when he walked back to the dugout?
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind you. Let's just say this. That guy, that's not good. Not good hair. Not good hair. I mean, let's let me know, which I'm also broadcasting with a guy that does not have good hair.
That's true, I don't have good hair. And you'll see it in this game.
The facial hair is a look, though. The facial hair is a look, Alex.
Well, so this started off as a mustache march. Some of the guys on the team, we were all doing it, and I dyed it before we went to Wingate. And now I'm just growing it out until we can all get out of quarantine. It's kind of my own silent protest. So, and until we get free from all of this, I will be growing this mustache out.
Speaking of being stuck inside, how have you guys been the last few weeks?
I'm a big dude. I played a lot of PlayStation, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, a lot of PlayStation. A lot of the shows. Although Zip has not played me in the show, I believe it's because he knows that I will come out on top. My club is better. They're more well coached. We're more prepared. We're pushing all the right buttons right now. We're playing the ball. So.
To be honest with you, Trev, I just don't like to play down my competition. That's why we haven't played. So.
Wow.
He's fighting.
Oh, we may have to do the screen for the show.
All right, I gotta take care of these blinds. This sun's right now. 1 second.
It does. Sun is right now. Let's take care.
I do want to remind everyone that's watching and or listening that you can submit questions on social media. All of our platforms are open. We have those platforms being monitored right now by Jen Smith, Bull Slavin, doing a great job. We already have some questions submitted, and we will make sure to get all of them in throughout our broadcast. So you can find us at UNCP_sports. And again, submit your questions for Alex and Trevor.
What were you looking for?
The first pitch of the game, man. I'm just, getting a feel.
I also don't like middle fastballs, so.
I mean.
And then you take that too?
I'm suicide taking here. They work hot. They work hot, obviously.
What you're doing, you need to put the shovel down and quit digging a hole.
I gave him the head nod. I was like, good pitch there.
This guy, he did not have, I just can't wait till I get up. Just using your speed. Knowing your tools though, using your speed, Trev.
Go. That was when I kind of had, bum will. I probably beat that out of something.
Well, when you don't have power. Oh, there goes my grandpa walking in the background there. All right. Shout out to Pa if you're watching. I like the hat. But yeah, Trev, when you have
this guy's dangerous when he steps in the box. Make sure you are watching out.
Yeah, this kid. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's killed a few squirrels out behind the fence in left field with a home run ball too. So just be on the lookout for this guy.
That's all.
Yeah, the 4-run inning. That was in the second, wasn't it?
Yeah, you had a 4-run inning in the second and a 4-run inning in the eighth. And by the way, Alex, I just want to give you some time to prep for this. You had a home run to right center, and you will have to call your home run, all right?
Fine. I've been practicing today for that.
Oh, good.
I've been practicing.
We've all heard that he hit some home runs in this game.
Hit one in this game. One of my 6, you know. Trevor, I can teach you how to hit a home run one day. Don't worry.
And I can go on command anytime I want. I really don't need. I just stay staunch, stay in my game, and really try to play some pepper.
I tell you what, Trev. This umpire behind the plate, although you said he may be short, I do like his look with the coat and not the jacket. That is professional look. I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
I said you may not be the part, but you sure do look the part.
He doesn't think they're gonna be here.
Yeah, allowing us to see some pitches from this guy, see what goes on. That's a good take.
Really.
That's a good take.
That's all.
This is when we were struggling a little bit offensively. We couldn't. This is one of our key focuses to turning the season around, kind of. Coach O'Neill talked to us about getting off to a fast start, which we struggled with a little bit at the beginning of the year. So you're kind of getting a glimpse into the struggles of the first inning and second. Well,
you were really, I guess you and you got off the fast start.
Gage had two home runs over the weekend.
Yeah, that's not the word.
It's not right here, is it? One?
Look at this. No BGs, raw dog, just tree boy.
He just wakes up and hits. That's a good pitch.
I do want to throw in, after this pitch coming up, our first question, and it is from one of your teammates, in fact.
Oh, this will be good.
All right, here we go. You have to also guess which teammate asked this question. He said, who has the best hair in the team, and followed it up by saying, definitely me. So answer the question, and then who do you think asked the question?
Who has the best hair on the team, and definitely me?
I would say best hair on the team, definitely me. I'm going to say Jared Mobley. That's my guess.
He does. Mob does have good hair. He got that kind of military cut, sergeant. So, he used to have that long blonde hair.
And if you tell me that Landon Smith answered the question.
No, we can eliminate Landon. There is no way Landon Smith has that question. Because his hair is atrocious.
Landon has a bad list.
I need final answers here.
Oh boy.
I'm going with Jared.
Alright, so then I'm not going to go with Jared just in case. Let me think here for a little bit. I don't know. I feel like Landon wouldn't say that as a joke though. Going Landon Smith.
Alex Simpson is our winner. That was a question asked by Landon Smith.
I knew. That's. You gotta think, Trev. You gotta think like your teammates would, man. You
I also got a personal question. Me and Sim both just got this one. I was asked to elaborate on what raw dog means. So raw dog for me, I've got some special terminology. Staunch, raw dog, stuff like that. Raw dog to me is just a guy that just gets in the box, no BGs. Come on.
Basically a no-gear guy.
Yeah, record block. I'm not here to, pass the eye test. I tape up, TV tape, arm sleeve, C-flat, elbow guard. I'm big on dribbling. Chain, raw dog, just come on.
Just a helmet and a bat.
Yeah, helmet and a bat. That's raw dog.
Second inning. This is where it gets fun.
I'll throw another question in there quickly when we have a second. One of you touched on this a little bit a couple minutes ago, but someone asks, what would you say this is the game that set the tone for the rest of the season?
I wouldn't either. Because
I'll say that.
We turned around and we lost a game to Lock Haven to the next weekend, and that's just kind of another. If I had to pick a game, I would pick a series. I would pick the USC Aiken series. It was the first. Obviously, that's an easy answer. That was the first win of our 11-game winning streak. But wow, that series, because Aiken's a quality opponent, and we just played excellent, great baseball, and we kind of proved to ourselves that we can do it. That if we play our game, no one can beat us, and we turned out we swept them. And Aiken's a quality team. It's not like they're a slouch or anything. So
that series was hard too. We had a
extra innings, a double header.
2 walk-offs, a double header, and Coach McNibb's always preaching to us, and we know it. The double headers are rough.
Oh, there you go, Trevor. Look at that.
18 innings. Hang on. Let me see what I look like here.
God, he just ran right in your face, Trev.
Oh, this still 1 foot. Man,
it's bad. Trev, just slow it down. Trev, if you slow it down, you can hear him. You can look at him and say, "Hey, I'm going to go to second, and there's nothing you can do about it." I think he said that.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, switching to our runner on second signs.
Let me see if I can remember what pitch is coming here. 2, 3. So you're on the first 9. Did you drop down a 4?
Will you stop talking about our signs? So that's a good point. Jacob Morrison just texted me and said, "Does this guy ever get a leadoff out?" No. And honestly, playing behind this 44 guy, it can get stressful. He's lucky we gave him some run support. That's all I got to say. I mean, that guy, he loves to create stress on us.
That's our guy. We roll with him.
Well, yeah, we're going to rock with him. Because he always finds a way to work out. He's got some grit to him. I'll give him that. He works out some situations.
Let me ask you something about the pitching, because that's been something in past years. Offense hasn't necessarily been an issue, but past few seasons, pitching at times has struggled. But you look over this 11-game win streak you guys had. In 8 of those games, you held 8 of the 11, you held your opponent to less than 5 runs. So how does that help you as batters when you can go up to the batter's box and know that the other team is not going to score a ton of runs on you guys?
Well, Trevor can speak for the pitching staffs of the past because he didn't really catch this one too much. But I've caught all 4 years with every pitching staff. I'll go out and say that this is the best, probably the best pitching staff that I've had to catch, that I've been a part of. And it gives you a lot of confidence, especially in our bullpen when you have guys like Austin Bass coming out, JJ. When you have River coming in throwing 97 from second base effortlessly, stuff like that. It's just, when we were at Wingate and we were tied in a 1-run game, as an offense, we knew all we had to do was work really hard for 1. If we could get to a 2-1 lead, we knew we'd put River out there or JJ and the game would be over. It takes so much pressure off us to where we don't have to score 15 runs a game, 14 runs a game. I remember one year we did score 14 runs and we lost. Stuff like that. So just being able to have our pitching staff be locked down like that, a quality start, 6-inning quality start, and then 7, 8, 9 would be over. So.
Yeah, staff was phenomenal all year. They really gave us a chance to win every single game. The first few losses we had definitely was not. It's a team game. Everybody knows that, but everybody's got to pull their weight as far as pitching staff, defense, offense. Obviously, offense wasn't clicking, but the staff kept us in every single ballgame we played, and we knew if they kept doing that, eventually it was going to come around because, like Steph said earlier, we work very hard every day at practice. You guys come up, we love being out there. So we knew it was going to come around eventually, and it ended the way it did this year.
Our offense is way too good for it to have been stagnant like it was all year. And then when we started scoring, they started coming in bunches. We scored a lot. So
I tell you what, this number 13 guy, he is filling out them pants.
Yo, he been eating them brownie bowls, Trev.
Yes. Our power hitting shortstop. For those of you that don't know his name on the broadcast, it's Jared Robin. Did not can eat more brownie bowls than anybody. I dare somebody to try and challenge him. And it's not just brownies that he puts in that thing. It's brownies, milk, any type of other chocolate, caramel, and
it's amazing to me that he can go play a great shortstop with the amount of brownie bowls he eats. But hey, if it works, it works.
I'm still baffled that Amanda Smith claims she's got the best hair on the That baffles me. I mean, who? Little Tommy to the fastball, Tommy.
Oh man, it's another stressful game of the winter. His K for 9 was pretty high though. He had a lot of strikeouts.
He's got good stuff.
That changeup. I know it's a slider.
Changeup still gives me nightmares.
Nothing like a 2-0 right on right changeup. I got a few of those in air squads. Changeups they're for me catching. They're the hardest pitch for me to see, as far as depth and if going to block it. I always struggle with change. Oh, he's frozen. A little frozen pizza. Sharp turn to the right.
Frozen pizza.
Sharp turn to the right, kid. Oh man. Yeah, he gone. 44, that's me. Oh, there's our catcher giving out some signals.
You talk about.
Oh, go ahead, Trey.
Yeah, you talk about a changeup being hard to catch. Imagine when we're getting the scout report before the game, and hey, this guy's best pitch is a changeup, and me as a left, I'm just like, this day could
not get any worse.
It could be a rough day at the park.
Getting behind another batter seems to be his MO.
That changeup is moving.
I think we threw it. I mean, we quite literally might have thrown that 90% of the time on this day.
I'm more proud that you are getting your sign squatting.
Oh, the whole pace of play initiative. So.
We were getting the sign squatting. I was just informed somebody at my house, they came to my girlfriend to cut the light on. She wants to see me, she thinks I'm cute.
That makes one of those.
There we go.
All right, Trevor, back in the picture. Have a quick question for you guys. Wait after this next pitch here.
Alright. Oh! Did you just see that fastball middle?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, thank God I didn't pull the trigger.
All right, this is from your assistant, Alex Pierce.
Question
for both you guys. Do they happen to know how we got off to our fast start in Game 3 at Young Harris? I feel like there's a story here.
Stop. Absolutely lasered a baseball. We actually got reminded of it 2 days ago. He took a video off the website and sent it in our group.
I mean, that ball was hit so far. I was on deck and I was just in shock. I think I struck out that back because I just didn't know what was going on.
The ball was.
There's an apartment complex. I don't know if y'all have seen Young Harris. There's an apartment complex at left field, and I think I heard a window break from the baseball. Not sure though. Oh, bottom second. This is my inning.
This is my inning. Do you have your call ready?
Oh yeah, I'm the great the Hawk Harrelson from the White Sox.
He got it. Put it on the board.
You can put it on the board. Yes. I got this.
Just get so now it's not going to be that cool.
Oh no, it's a commercial break. People probably aren't even watching it right now. They're probably going to get drinks or food or something. So.
Speaking of food, I just want to show this to everybody. It's on the broadcast. Little rice, chicken, these carrots. This is from a Japanese place in Randall. Phenomenal.
That is incredibly unprofessional to be doing that on the live podcast.
Is that, John, have you ever ate during a broadcast?
Not while I was talking live. During breaks, I have.
It's just rude, honestly.
But you know what? It's a commercial break on the baseball broadcast. So just like I get a break to eat, you guys have earned the right to have a break to eat in the broadcast.
I don't know. See, Trevor, it's called preparation. I ate my dinner at 5 o'clock today, knowing that I would be ready to do this at 6:30 to 7. But
that's cool. I'm sorry, man. Some of us are in the essential working business. So,
Big Bobby Dixon.
Having Walmarts for our community. Look, Bob.
Shepherd shifted more than any team, I think, that we played.
Yeah, we get into it a lot, too.
Yeah. Well, there's no shift over the fence, so. Oh, Bobby tried to get loose.
This guy's got serious juice.
He just missed it a little bit.
Boom.
Good hustle, he got on second though. That's what we're doing. Man, that halo looks good. Put in weekend pristine halo right there. Coach.
This is not you, Sim. You had not made your debut at the 5 hole yet.
No, I was still in the 9 hole.
You were in the 9 hole.
Yeah, no, and I earned that 9 hole spot. You should have seen me fall in this spot.
Just perfect range.
Oh, classic range right there. Just a little poke drop to right field. That's
just playing pepper. Works on mid-18.
That's classic.
Beautiful. Good big head range.
Yeah, that's classic ranger right there.
Fire the dugout. First.
Boys are buzzing. The boys are starting to buzz right now in the dugout. They know something big's about to happen.
Fire the club up.
Yeah, the boys are buzzing a little bit. They know what's happening. They said, "Oh, we know we're about to put him on right here." And then that Alex Simpson kid put a dagger in the second inning. How wild is that? A second inning dagger. It's coming, don't worry.
Out at shortstop right there.
Brownie Bull Mobs. Oh, no, he did not. Look at that. He's there too.
This is him. I did. Oh!
He's there.
All right, shortstop, lay down the drag. He beat it. Make the call for the umpire.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Mom,
make the call for the umpire, and by the time, so like, for example, you go, say he looks at you, and he can't change his call. After he goes there with you, he's stuck.
Trevor, you've seen Jackie Moon, you've seen the player coaches, but have you ever seen a player umpire? Because that's what Jared Mobley tries to do every time we play. He loves making the right calls.
Yes.
Now ribs up. Yeah, look at him, just so relaxed in there. Oh, the wheels are falling off. Oh boy. Wheels are falling off.
This is real. Oh, yes.
Now right here, he's got to do a job, really. Get the boys that lead. I forgot what he does here, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Man, it was a beautiful day on here. I missed this.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm looking in the, I remember playing the game and thinking, wow, this is a beautiful day. Now I'm looking in the stands, everyone's in jackets and hats and sweaters. You said it was 59?
A brisk 59, I guess.
I was about to say, I guess we were running around. I don't remember it being that cold. They got blankets up there. Oh, Riv.
14 mile an hour winds.
14 mile an hour winds.
So there you go.
That's what did it.
That's why you hit a jack, Tim.
No, it was blowing in.
That's why you hit a jack.
It was blowing in.
14 mile an hour winds. Now, if I would have tried going on command that day, I mean, get a ball airborne, it's gonna go.
You'll see.
Get a ball airborne, it's gonna go. John, you got any more questions for us?
Oh yeah. You guys are just having such great banter, but here we go.
Let's see what we got.
We'll start with Trevor this time. Favorite MLB player growing up?
I'm gonna have to go with Jose Reyes. Jose Reyes at his prime was my guy.
Are you a Mets fan?
I'm a Mets fan, unfortunately, yes.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's tough.
But it's better than being an Astros fan, and they are cheaters. They are cheaters.
Who's an Astros fan, Trev?
You.
Oh.
It's more of a bandwagon Astros fan. He started walking on the way back there.
Did that get down? No, he caught it. That's a good piece of hit and sack fly. Get the boys up 1-0.
Hey Alex, when did you become an Astros fan?
It was 2013, my sophomore year of high school, because I believe that was the year they switched from the NL to the AL. They went back to their orange and blue traditional colors, and they were terrible. So I thought I wouldn't be called bandwagon because I jumped on them when they lost 111 games when they were the Disastros or the Trastros. So
I think the Trastros is a fitting nickname now.
This tractor from the fact he's a bandwagon. Look at dudes up here in shades.
That's a gear guy.
Gear guy cannot do that. I cannot hit a shade.
Alex,
never worn sunglasses.
Who was your favorite player growing up, Alex?
Growing up, favorite player probably Chipper Jones. My middle name is Jones, and I used to tell everyone that my middle name was Jones because of Chipper. So he's just always been one of my all-time favorite players. So.
Coach Pierce looking good over there. It's always nice when Coach Pierce has some gear on.
That's how you know it's a good inning.
That means it's a good inning. He's got multiple leg guards on, or maybe even elbow guard on the forearm. It's usually a good sign.
A good inning.
I have not seen Coach Jefferson yet. I would like to check his base in the third base box.
You will. You'll see him here after this guy.
Oh my goodness. What's the count here?
I think it's plus. I think it's even now. Just swinging for the downs right there.
This guy had a monster ball.
Uh-oh. Warning track power. Well, dude, give me a shot. Shot. Yup.
Yes, sir. He gets 2 shots for the double. It's time for Bob's again.
Oh, dude, we're behind on the video.
Hey, I'm dead.
Don't worry, you'll get on this soon. Look at that guy in the box. He looks very hitterish. Oh, look, they're like, hey, this guy's got a lot of pop. Let's try and pitch around him to get to the guy on deck.
They're not thinking that.
they're thinking, hey, if we can get to that 1 hole, we'll be all right because this 9 hole has some serious juice.
What broadcast we're gonna let him slide?
Hey, do you think he told him, Trevor? Trevor, do you think in that number that he told him to give up a home run? Do you think that was their game plan?
I mean, if so, it's interesting.
It's a bold move, that's for sure.
It is a bold move. It is a bold move. I mean, could.
All right, Sam. Let's see what you got, kid. Yep, you get the contact, get the barrel out. Here we go. All right.
You ready for this call?
Oh, I'm ready for this. Let's see what this first pitch does. If it's a ball, it's probably a ball. I probably wouldn't want to if I had to guess. Yep.
You know, we're not even gonna say that.
I'm in a really good spot right here. And I love a good 1-0 count. I can't stress that enough.
Do you remember what pitch you got?
On the 1-0 count?
On what's about to happen.
Oh, that home run was on fastball. He tested me and he failed. You simply cannot miss where he misses. You might as well not even watch this 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. Yep.
Let's see the tape. Let's see if it was
It was a good one. It was a 50-50 ball. It was a good one.
Let me see if it. Come on, ask him. Is that bottom?
All right. 2-0 count. I don't think it's his pitch. Maybe. Oh, and he connects. And it's high. And it's deep in the right center. And it is out of there. You can put it on the board. Yes. Braves take a 4-0 lead on an absolute nuke from Alex Simpson. He's still waiting to hear back from NASA on where that one landed. And look at that, the boys are buzzing. Alex Simpson puts a dagger in the 2nd inning dagger. Wow, look at that. That's something. Garrett Littleton with good hair right there. But wow, that was something. Woo, look, this pitcher is like, man, I did not want to miss there. He's like, wow, this guy's like, I cannot believe I just did that.
That was a phenomenal call.
I'm giving time to like he's put up.
Well, how do you come back from that? I mean, that ball's hit so far.
2 outs. He gave up a double, or RBI double.
And then he's probably thinking, thank God Trevor's up. All right, we'll be back in the dugout.
He's probably thinking, what's up?
He's probably thinking, thank God Trevor's up. I'll be back in the dugout soon.
I'm a nice guy on the broadcast. We'll let Chef do that.
Oh, that's a good swing.
It wasn't bad. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it was.
Oh, it was a good swing. Looked like yellow.
I haven't seen it yet. I have a bad feel there. Look at that.
Yeah, you're hobbling a little bit. A 4-run inning, those are fun. Anytime you put up a crooked number is what you're looking for.
Coach Spears, that jog right there.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn some lights on here. Oh!
I'll throw you guys some questions here during this quick break. We already got a couple in. Again, a reminder, if you are watching this, you can submit questions for Alex and Trevor by reaching out to us on any of our social media platforms at UNCP_sports. All right, guys, both of you were on the team last year. Obviously, both of you on the team this year. What would you say was the biggest change from last year's team to this year's team? And Alex, we'll start with you this time.
Ooh, oh boy, okay. Biggest difference. Don't get me wrong, last year's team, we worked hard. But what we went through this fall, I mean, we had no choice but to succeed. We worked so hard, everything was put into it, from early work to weights to study hall to practice. And I think the vibe on this year's team was just so much better as far as the dugout, as far as the people on the field, the team just itself, the bus rides were different. We all expected to win this year, and we weren't gonna. We didn't have it in us to lose, you know.
Yeah.
Those guns would come out.
The vision never wavered, and it was every single guy on the team had one common goal in mind, and it was. I mean, don't get me wrong. Last year's team we wanted to win, but I mean, this year it was every single guy was bought in, you know, every day working, and like Tim said, we worked hard with the ball, so it was really kind of no choice. But it's just.
Did you see that little first pitch swinging after a long inning? That's just another. It's another bold move by the coaching staff.
Take that one, Tim.
Another bold move, first pitch swinging after a long inning.
Riv's just simply a little better athlete than I am.
Why do you say a little?
Riv's the best athlete on the team by far.
Yeah, it's really not even close.